Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kira here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Starting to do a little bit more regular content, so woohoo! Yay for that one. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about makeup school and currently where I'm in, my thoughts and opinions about it, and just my overall experience that I've had going through the course. I'm about halfway through the course, so I will let you know kind of what's going on, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave them below. But first, make sure you like and subscribe to this video, as well as follow me over on Instagram at @me_myself_makeup. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So getting right into the video, I am here in Vancouver. If you have been keeping up with me from my vlog that I did like last year, taking makeup and special effects at John Casablancas Institute. I'm currently enrolled in the 10-month program. It is on hold right now just because of the pandemic going on, but I am almost done. I have 2 more terms or unlimited series to go through, and I'm just gonna go through the different ones. So first we start off with the absolute basics, learning about skincare, prepping, hygiene, and then going into super basic makeup. Then we go into doing a little bit of decades makeup, and then we can start going into a little bit of the avant-garde, getting a little bit more creative, playing with some color, doing halo eyes, smoky eyes, and just building up our confidence with beauty makeup, because a lot of the jobs that you're going to get out there, no matter what field you want to go in, you pretty much first have to start off with a lot of the beauty makeup jobs. In the 3rd term, or unlimited 3 is what they call it at JCI, we did airbrushing was our main focus. That was really fun. And then we did body painting as well, learning how to paint with water-based and oil-based paints, creating different art and like mini fantasy pieces, which was really fun to kind of dive into a lot more of a creative aspect of it. And then back to the airbrushing is we literally learn the basics because none of us have done it before. Literally just going from doing lines and little dots and circles and learning how to do different fades and just getting comfortable with it. Airbrushing, oh, I'll get into that later. But anyways, Unlimited 4 is what we're currently in, and unfortunately what we have left off of because of everything going on. And in this one we focus on out-of-kit effects, so bruising, broken noses, creating different scars and all of that. We will be doing bald caps and an injuries exam, creating different injuries on the body. And then in Unlimited 5, which is the last part of it, is when you start to creating full-on characters. You do moldings and like full special effects prosthetics that you get to make and apply on your partner. So what I've learned thus far in the course is I've learned a lot about myself and just my makeup habits. I knew going into this I was very much so a perfectionist. So with makeup, it's good to be perfectionist because you always want to make sure your client feels confident in their makeup looks and wearing it out, because that is a piece of your art that walks out that door and is pretty much a walking billboard for you. So being a perfectionist has really been on my side for this, and also just I've changed a lot about my makeup routine habits. You know, I've played a lot with my brows. I've done different steps in my skin and face routines. I've learned a lot about skincare. Going into makeup school, I just would kind of like brush aside skincare, which I know is like really bad, but now I have invested in my skincare for sure. With that, like I said, my attitude has changed. I've opened my eyes a lot to a lot of different types of makeup. I never thought I'd be good at like avant-garde makeup, but once I was in a setting that allowed me to do that and have different resources, I really found a passion through avant-garde and editorial style makeup, because it's still very much so beauty makeup, but it is more on the creative side without going full-blown face painting. With that being said, I have noticed such an improvement in my face painting skills, and I have really evolved and created a passion and a love for face painting as well, because now that I know the kind of basics of highlighting and shading to make it look 3D and not just like something flat on your face has like sparked my interest in my creativity even more and wanting to do it more. So if you've been following me on my Instagram, you can see I've gone kind of a variation of different looks, and I've definitely done a lot more dabbling into face painting as well as illusion makeups. With airbrushing, I hated that at first. Do not get me wrong. And I did not think I was going to enjoy it at all. But I ended up really liking it. When it came down to our final piece, I ended up doing an Egyptian theme, and I was like really impressed with myself for doing that in that amount of time. And it was fun to create my my costuming pieces for it, and it really put the whole look together. So it's important that if you are going to take a course like this, you know, like you go all in or nothing, because making sure you have a positive attitude is going to get you those positive outcomes within your work. And if you're going into your look not knowing exactly what you're going to do and not having any idea whatsoever, that is when a lot of times self-doubt can come in, and sometimes it doesn't come out to what you expected at all because you didn't really have much of an expectation going into it. The staff at JCI is all incredible people. They all have a bunch of different arrays of backgrounds, and I always I kind of just have my jaw drop and hit the floor sometimes when I listen to their stories and just their experience, and when I ask them questions, you know, about how kind of getting started in the makeup industry, because there's so many different options to it. And so it's always really interesting. They're always helpful and there for us with any questions. I really enjoy getting back constructive criticism because I know they're there trying to help me become a better artist. But also, it's refreshing to have opinions on your makeup looks from a new set of eyes. And they pick up the things that you don't necessarily see, and because of that, I have done so much better and increased my creativity skills, and my makeup looks overall I think have gotten a lot better and kind of more detailed in that way too. This point, before going into school, I was totally dead set on getting into movies and being special effects, blah blah. And since being in school, like I said, found that passion for doing avant-garde and editorial, and have opened up the possibility to maybe doing photography and editorial work within fashion. I've always really enjoyed fashion, and I always could see myself doing working somewhere in the fashion field like that. And I've always been passionate about makeup, and that was kind of something that it never clicked before for me, saying I could do that as a career. So yeah, it's been really eye-opening, the different careers that are within makeup and the different things that you can use these abilities for as well, and these skills. Moving on, why would I suggest someone to go to beauty school? 100% yes. Going into a professional makeup school, you get to learn so many different things that you necessarily wouldn't have had access to learn before, such as airbrushing, automotive effects, special effects, learning how to mold something, learning the basics of skincare. Some of that stuff I would have never taken my time to go YouTube it about or Google it about. And because I'm kind of it's part of the program, it's interesting to learn about it, and they do it in such an interesting aspect that it's not boring, and it's a lot of hands-on work. And just listening to the different teachers and the different tips and techniques that they use has really influenced the way I do makeup now. And it's created a whole new makeup routines for when I do my makeup and when I do clients' makeup as well. So it's interesting to get the different aspects of what the different teachers' tips and tricks are, because that's how you can really find your own way of doing things in a way that makes sense to you in whatever job profession you end up going into. It's another really good learning environment. You know, it's okay to make mistakes there. That's why they're there, is to help you and correct you and build your makeup skills even more. And another thing is, we do social media classes and like Photoshop classes, so that when we are out on our own, because a lot of times you can freelance yourself as a makeup artist, it's all you doing the work. So the fact that they do the business part of it too is like super interesting. And I, like, in high school I took a bunch of business classes, and it's just like putting everything together. It's been so cool to see like your creative aspect to it, and then the way that you present yourself to the world and your portfolio to the world. So, excuse me, it's really fun to learn every single aspect of creating your career as a makeup artist. So like I said, we were supposed to have like 3.5 months I think left, but because of everything going on, it has been put on hold. So I'm really excited and eager to get back into school, and I can't wait to start doing all the gore and stuff, because that was the original passion and thing, an idea, I guess you could say, that made me want to sign up, because I had that dream of being on movie sets and creating those characters one day. So lastly, to round out this video, some of my goals after school are just to continue to really build my portfolio, put myself out there, build those connections that I need. I really want to dabble in that editorial and fashion kind of world, but also try to get on, like student films, small like indie projects, and really test out, my skills for the special effects and doing what I originally wanted to do, but still making sure to really keep my mind open as well as my options open. So thank you so much for tuning into this video and listening in on my experience thus far in beauty school. And I will make sure to do a completely full course program once I've actually graduated. Who knows when that will be at this point, just because of the pandemic. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to go leave some love over on my Instagram at @memyself_makeup. And until next time, thanks so much.